Yes, it is. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes. Oh, yeah, this is your first time listening. Yes. Yes. So, oh my gosh. Let me get in my host mode. So the glasses come on. It's like the white hat. It's like the white hat. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I'm sorry. No, no, I'm sorry. Too funny. Yeah, so yes. Right, right. It's like, hold on. Right, correction. When I put the glasses on, the mic is on. Let's say that. Let's say that. No, for real. Let's say that when the glasses is on, the mic is on. All right, all right, all right. Hello, welcome, welcome, folks, welcome. This is I Need a Mic, Open Mic Poetry, presented by the Solano Art Council. Good afternoon, beautiful people, poets, artists, storytellers. Welcome to Solano Art Council presents I Need a Mic, Open Mic Poetry. My name is Rachel Ray Davis, founder and owner of the I Need a Mic platform. If you folks would like to support I Need a Mic poetry, if you would like to donate, please donate to valeoartwalk.org. Every bit helps keep the open mic and the voices heard. You can also support the I Need a Mic platform by stopping by my table and checking out the flyers. Your support truly makes a difference. There's also stickers. I have got some stickers out, so there's some stickers on there for anyone who wants to take some stickers. There's plenty of them, so please take them. Take them. The restrooms are through the back. Make a right straight down the hall. They're clean too, so y'all. Hey, if you need to use the bathroom, it's back there. So, big things are, of course, happening. MLAO, as we know, today is Father's Day. There's various events around, so I'm not going to lie. I did not do no research on other events. We just know it's busy this week. This weekend is busy. We celebrate June 19th, and of course, Saturday and today we may have so many events going on, so y'all stay tuned. Look around what's going on in the community. Stop by if you can. Support other artists and other vendors of this community. Because once again, support and a village go a long way, and we have to get a foundation up sometimes. So, this afternoon, the mic is yours. But before you claim the mic, listen to the rules. So, rules: we welcome poets, writers, dreamers. We welcome you to recite 1 to 2 poems. If you are a storyteller and have a published book, you are welcome to recite 1 to 2 pages. With today being so calm and mellow, you are more welcome to recite in 3 poems if we have the time today. I want to make sure everyone who signs in have their time on the mic. When you see poets and performers on the mic, please respect them. If you need to have a conversation, phone call, questions, please step outside respectfully. After you recite your poems or story, please end the performance with the word say in, poem, piece, or poet. This is a space to express yourself freely. If your piece includes a content warning, please share that first. Give us a heads up, please. We will respect and support that. When you step on the mic, bring us something real. Something real, remember. We ask for respect, no hate, no racism, no sexism, no political debates, no disrespect. This is not a battlefield, it's a creative space. Be open, be honest, be authentically you. There's no censorship when you're speaking your truth. Just make sure your truth does not harm others in this room. Support each other, step it up, clap it up, cheer it up. Energy is everything. And of course, I always go up and say a little something funny. I would like to say, if you hear something powerful, snap. If you love it, snap. If it touches your soul, say, come on now. Just don't tackle the poet. Security, but not like that. So, I would like to start us off with something that I have recently wrote. And it also instills very much it's an intro into I Need a Mic blog series. It's called the Camcorder Dream. Back when I was little me, I was wild, I was free, no mask on my face, just the real me. I said what I felt what I said. I wasn't trapped in my thoughts, I lived in my head. Mama asked me Christmas Day, what gift do you want, she said. I said, a camcorder, please. That was the dream, that was the seed. Not for attention, not for greed. I wanted to capture, I wanted to create, I wanted to build something the world couldn't take. Mama said no. But that no hit deep. That no didn't die. That no didn't sleep. That no became fuel. That no became fire. That no made the dream grow higher and higher. Because I knew one day, even back then, if it comes from me, it lives within. You can block a gift, you can stop a sale, but you can't stop purpose. That dream won't fail. So I waited. Not weak, not scared, just loading my spirit, getting prepared. Building my mind, building my soul, building the version of me for the goal. I fought through doubt. I fought through fear. I fought every voice that said, stop right here. I stood back up again and again. That's how pressure makes me stronger within. Now I look back and the picture is clear. The dream never left. The dream stayed here. Technology just wasn't wires to me. It just wasn't screens to me. It was art. A lens for my vision, a tool for my mission, a way for my voice to make its decision. Now, I'm recording poetry, recording my growth, recording the battles I survived the most. Every video tells a story, every frame holds truth, every clip is proof I stayed connected to you. The same me, same flame. The dream got bigger, but it stayed the same. Now, I upgrade my image, I upgrade my style, not to impress, not for a profile. I do it because growth should look like growth. I do it because faith deserves an oath. I do it because healing deserves a face. I do it because purpose deserves its place. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be real. Say what I think, show what I feel. Because people connect when the message is true. Not because you're famous, not because they knew you. So when that camera rolls, I don't see a machine. I see the answer to a childhood dream. I see little me who refused to quit. I got knocked down but never sat with it. I kept my faith. I stayed strong. I kept walking when the road felt long. Now the dream is alive. Now the vision is clear. Everything I wanted is finally here. Not because luck came. Not because time flew. Because I stayed faithful to what I knew. And what I knew was simple. My voice is the gift. My art is the gift. My vision is the gift. My spirit is the gift. And nobody can take what was made within. That's why I keep rising again, again, and again. Until every dream I carried becomes evidence that little me was right in the end. Thank you. So I'm also gonna bless us again with another piece of thing. We're gonna head on onto this list. So we know today is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers who are here. Happy Fathers to all the fathers who are busy right now. Let's pray for everyone. If we are religious, if we're not spiritually, let's pray for all the fathers who are being celebrated today, and let's pray for consistency, because a celebration should not just happen on one day, it should happen every day. And also June is Men's Mental Awareness Month, so let's celebrate each man. Let's check up on our brothers, our cousins, our uncles, our nephews, our dads, stepdads, grandfathers, whoever man is still present in your life. Let's keep on celebrating them, and let's keep on letting them know that their mental health is important and they are important to us. So this next piece is a Father's Day piece. So I was raised with a father who raised me, and later on down the line, I got to meet my actual biological father. And so one father had passed on who raised me, the other father is still present. So this one is dedicated to the father who had passed away, and it's titled Still With Me. I held your hand, then let it go. As twilight dimmed, your final blow. A silent room, a whisper low. The moment came, I feared to know. The world grew quiet, yet somehow why? A hollow ache I couldn't hide. But though you're gone from flesh and bone, I never truly been alone. In rustling leaves, your laugh I hear. In starlight skies, I feel you near. Each word you spoke, each lesson taught, still blooms within my every thought. When dawn breaks soft upon my face, I sense your blood, a warm embrace. Though time may still what eyes can't see, your soul walks every step with me. A father's strength, a guiding light, now shines from somewhere just out of sight. Gone, but not lost, just further above, wrapped in memory and endless love. Come on. I like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, we're going to go ahead and keep this ball rolling. Let's go ahead and keep this ball rolling. Once again, thank you to everyone who is here today. Thanks to everyone who has stopped by. Thanks to everyone who is visiting. Thanks to everyone who just say, hey, I'm going to come out and just see what's up on this beautiful Sunday day. So I appreciate and I love everybody for here. So without further ado, let me introduce a poet who I've met and who I said, I want to link up with him. I want to connect with him. I want to keep on with him. He's a rapper. He's a poet. He's a writer. He's a all-around artist. He literally had actually inspired me to take my camcorder outside and record my poetry. Because when he's outside, he's not only recording his poetry, but he's recording his music. And his music is fire. He's a real good. He's been traveling, y'all. He's been traveling, but let's continue on supporting him. Let's give him a round of applause and a big welcome to this art gallery. Again, Excalibur. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
This is so beautiful, man. I'm so happy to be here. So happy to see all of you guys and just be able to share in this moment and express some poetry together. Huge shout out to Ray, because I know that organizing events like this and just bringing people together, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So it's always love and it's always respect and so much courage in that. So I'm gonna start with a piece that I've been doing a bit more recently. It's called Lost. And it's a little bit of a heavier piece, so slight content warning, but nothing too heavy. I think it kind of speaks for itself, so I'll probably just get into it, but just felt like one of those pieces that's super important to talk about, because it's a topic that we all feel, but we don't always get to express. It dawned on me that I can't win for losing, and boy, do I lose a lot. I've lost friends, lost family, lost patience, lost weight, and I still can't wait to punch that clock. See, the talks turn toxic when that's all you can hear. And the talk triggers ticks, not an itch, but it's something I gotta scratch. Cause another rough patch means I'm doing something wrong, right? Boy, how do I make my wrongs right? How do I make my wrongs right? I lost sight of my path, I was lost. Fought round after round, pick it up when I'm down. Even when it sounds like I lost the will to throw another. Boy, slow, gravelly, like I'm rubbing eyes under the covers. Oh, I'm awake. You ain't lost me yet, but I could attribute that to loss. Young Lazarus paid a cost. He lost his footing on that riverbed, and I lost my cousin to the froth. Now I toss and turn, 'cause that was my cousin. But you gotta keep it moving. The lost days are behind us. Trio of lost boys sleeping on recliners, losing sleep to make sure we never lost a match. Control this clack, abrasive words, hold his stacks. And that's what kept me from losing back in the day. Now that that's gone, I guess I'm in a losing kind of space. And I can't get loose to this race. Dwelling on losses while the moon ruminates. Low tide thoughts about my ways and my waves. Think if my mood's windy, I might lose me. Then it dawned on me that I can't win for losing. Boom.
Woo! Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, baby.
And I think that's like, love it, man. It's one of my favorite things about poetry is just, it takes some feelings that everybody feels, or it might feel like mundane things, or things we push to the side, or we hold on to and don't always put out into the world, and you just get to share it, and everybody else can kind of feel it as more of like a physical manifestation. You know, we can kind of be together in a way. I think for my second piece, I'm gonna do something that I do pretty often. It's kind of my favorite piece at the moment, just because of the theme, and it kind of ties into my whole like image thing. But y'all we'll get into it. Hear ye, hear ye. I said, hear ye, hear ye. Everybody gather around for the king of muck-ups and major missteps. The crown prince of poor decisions and poorest problems. Please watch the throne as he modeled hover. Please watch his cup as it runneth over. Please watch as this little brother gets it so confused. Twisted exit, missed it anyway, but up, down, left, right. No cheat codes could codify his recovery. The clerics watch as he tear himself apart. The knights ride to cover his backside. The pawns sneer, listen close to hear them question how a peasant rabble-rouser can tumble his way into royalty, king of one royalty. Well, he's got a secret. I could keep it, but it's best told to fresh ears, so clear yours before I speak it. Loyalty, steep loyalty. His rule is strict on none but his own soul. A soulful child strained and trained to refrain from descending into madness, for a mad king is a bad thing. But a bad king is a checkmate. Say it twice for your test. Fate. Fated to fall, fated to bleed. Everybody ends up on their backside one day. But he treat the concrete like a memory foam mattress. He end up on his backside more than young gymnasts learning backflips. Not for practice, this his life, he embrace it. Take a loss, he may cry about it, but he embrace it. Look up and face it. Because when you look back at his kingdom, you never would have thought he'd have made it without loyalty. Steep loyalty. Loyal to his soil, loyal to his steps, loyal to his missteps and even his regrets. It's noble to be loyal to a queen, loyal to a flag, loyal to a crest, loyal to a rag. But that golden crown and iron throne's reserved for those who stay loyal to themselves when trouble come around. And that's the king's secret. Loyalty, steeped in self-love, loyalty. Poem. Come on with it. So, once again, I go by the name of Excalibur. So happy to be here. So excited to hear some more amazing poetry, and excited to just connect with you guys and to speak as we continue this amazing Sunday. And I think I'm gonna pass it over to our host, Ray.
Yes. Thank you again. Thank you so much, Excalibur. Man, y'all give him a round of applause one more time. Let's give him some snaps. Yeah, so that was very beautiful. So I had the glorious opportunity to watch him perform at the end of last year. And oh my gosh, the energy I felt, just the inspiration I felt, it's like, okay, I know I gotta keep up with his energy. Because the energy he had, but now it's like, woo, no, my feet will be barking. Like, what we doing up here this long? But to know that he is an art, and art is painful, but it's the passion, it's the love, it's the drive. Oh my gosh. I can only say, oh my gosh. So y'all keep up with him. He does have an Instagram page, a TikTok page, a YouTube page. I send out his Instagram page to TJ, so TJ's definitely going to be keeping up with you and letting you know if there's any events going on in the Bay Area. He's going to be connecting with everyone as well too with that if he has time. So let TJ know, hey, I got a page, what's up? He will check it out. He will see what's going on. He's really good at that. So definitely keep up with the art gallery, because we definitely would love to support you more. I know I would love to support you more. I'm definitely going to be showing up I'm just going to try my best to show up to your open mic in Vacaville. Is it still going on? Just a question. Is it still going on?
What's the table?
Yes.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
Okay. So I'm definitely gonna be trying my best to make some time to show up as well too. So it's on my list. It's on my list of things to do. So I definitely would love to support. I definitely would love to record you some more. I definitely would love to be inspired and be impact on just everything of what you do. So thank you again, Excalibur, for coming through. Y'all keep up with him. Y'all keep up with him. He's around in the Bay Area. So he's around in the North Bay. He's mostly located in Sassoon, but he travels out in the various areas of the Bay to not only spread his own art, but to also share his words and his lyrics and his music. So y'all keep up with him. He's famous, y'all. He's famous. He's famous. No, not yet. But to us, when it comes down to us artists up here in the North Bay, we are. This is our community where it's like, regardless of who we meet, regardless of who we interact with, regardless of who we connect, we love art. We love how people express themselves in various different ways. That it's like, okay, you have the will, you have the drive, you have the motivation, the inspiration to do a lot of things that a lot of people are incapable to do at the time. But you are showing it is possible. And that's one of the things that we have to keep on showing our youth, our generation after us, after all of us, that the things we do, it is possible to overcome. So I want to keep her up here and keep celebrating. Once again, it's Men's Mental Awareness Month, so you know I'm going to celebrate you always. So thank you. So without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce the next poet, the next artist of this. I nicknamed her Storyteller. I literally nicknamed her Storyteller because when she recites her poetry, it's like, hey, y'all better sit back. Who got some chips? Who got some coffee? Who got some donuts? Because when Mel come up on the mic, you're going to be like, ooh, what's going on over here? Mel, what you got going on? So without further ado, let me introduce my wonderful friend and poet, Melody. Give it up.
Well, we met during the COVID, so
Yes, we did.
we were all stuck in our bedrooms. And that was it. So, because Ray reminded me it's Father's Day, and I never have written a poem to my dad, I decided it was time. I need to.
No, you got it. No, go ahead. You got it. Just keep on. You got it.
Okay, it's called Happy Father's Day to my dad. When I heard I was going to a poetry reading on Father's Day, I said to myself, I have to write a poem to my dad, a poem for Father's Day. Now my mom, she's pretty much covered. Mom pops up in many of my poems. She plays cameo roles, usually saying something meaningful like moms do. Now my dad couldn't do that because being a star in his own right, he'd want a poem all to himself. So Dad, here goes. On Father's Day, poor Dad always got the same thing from me. Balls. Golf balls or tennis balls. If he stayed around for the pickleball rage, I'd get him a pickleball. Poor Dad was long gone before pickleball hit big everywhere. A day does not go by when pickleball does not rise to the surface. I've never played, but I've seen many a neighbor run down to the park where an entire field has been allocated to pickleball. Dad was good and Dad was bad, and sometimes Dad made us sad. When we heard that Dad was a philanderer, noun, a man who readily or frequently enters into casual sexual relationships with women, a womanizer, he was known as a philanderer. When we heard that Dad was a philanderer, we mostly were sad for our mom. Mom stuck with Dad for many years, and Mom did Herculean things for Dad, like learning how to do Greek cooking. Greek cooking was hard for everyone, never mind a Scottish, Irish, and English lass who cooked Greek food for the Greek man she loved. Greek food took a long time to cook, and my dad was very critical about the Greek food that Mom made. If the Greek food wasn't up to his standards, he'd go into the kitchen, complain loudly, and demand to talk to the chef. Mom, who played all roles, restaurant owner, maitre d', waiter, and chef, seamlessly went from role to role, ending with an agreement to cook the food again. Domas, which took forever to cook, from picking the leaves off a grapevine, to steaming the leaves, to mixing the meat, rice and Greek sauce, and rolling several dozen domas to be lined up together in a pan which Mom would then cook in the oven. Finally done with the circumspection of my dad would try the domas again, and if not done to a T, a Greek T refers to the 19th letter of the Greek alphabet, pronounced like ta, like the English T in words like table or time. The pronunciation of the Greek letter T, as in ta, is clear and crisp, with no aspiration. Aspiration as in the action or process of drawing breath. The lady and neighbor who lived down the street told my mom that my dad was having an affair with someone who worked for my dad. We all discovered that this affair had been going on for some time. My dad felt bad when my mother heard about the affair because my dad was in love with my mom. They had not stayed together for 60-odd years for nothing. While the affair went on for some time, my father and mother had a kinky way of conducting it together. They would lie in bed and read letters that the girlfriend wrote to my father together. In those days before texting and even emailing were popular, letters came by way of the USPS, United States Postal Service. Love was slow, and with at least 2 people in my dad's side weighing in, the letter writing took some time. I was the designated writer in the family, but I refused to participate in my father's and now father and mother's affair. My father made many promises to my mother to end the affair, but it took my father some time to do just that. Meanwhile, my father had many what might be called old age illnesses, and my mother was there always to help him overcome or at least live with whatever illnesses my father had. The girlfriend, from what I could tell, did not help my father with overcoming or living with illnesses. The promise of till death do we part was very strong with my parents, especially when my father was dying, although no one talked about it in that way. All we all knew, because my mother made it clear, was that no one was to call an ambulance or 911, no matter what happened. Towards the end, my father was laid out on the dining room table. His family and friends could visit him there. My father was always a sports enthusiast. When he met my mother in college, Northeastern, my dad was on the basketball team, and my mom was a cheerleader. My mom was in the first class when women could go to college in downtown Boston. While my mother passed on some time ago, one of her friends from Northeastern, from the cheerleading squad in Northeastern, will turn 100 this summer. Ginny, like my mother, married someone from their class at Northeastern, and like her had a number of kids. Our family had 8 children, 5 girls and 3 boys. One of my favorite stories about my father was when he was on his deathbed on the dining room table. My son Leo, as in Khalil, turned to my father, his grandfather, and asked, "Grandpa, can you play ball with me?" My father, who hadn't spoken for some time, replied, "Yes," and jumped off the table and joined my son, who was about 8 at that time, in the front yard. There, a number of us broke into teams. Grandpa pitched to Leo, who hit the softball into the neighbor's yard, a cheer from home. A home run, a clear home run. My dad was like that, open to anything at any time. A Greek man, he was good looking with hair that got darker but never turned gray. Above all, he loved his family, and he was always there for us. I miss my dad terribly, but I know he's watching over me from above. Dad, happy Father's Day. This year, I promise to not get you more golf balls or tennis balls. Pickleballs, maybe. My dad was an early riser and would play tennis at 6 a.m. I have no idea what time 6 a.m. is in heaven. I am sure, though, we'll play golf, tennis, or maybe even pickleball one day. Dad, I love you. I'm so glad you're still there, keeping an eye out for your family. Thank you.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you so much for See, I told y'all she's a storyteller. I tell y'all she's a storyteller, so she's definitely a poet who I love. Thank you again for being here, Mel. Mel had a poetry reading recently on Zoom, and I had showed up, and afterwards, I was like, Mel, do what I do. They show up, they show up. If they don't worry about it. But those who show up shows the love what they have for you, and that is a symbol of the love that you carry as well too. So keep on doing what you're doing, storyteller. Keep on writing, keep on reciting, keep on showing up, even if people are not willing to show up for you. Show up for yourself because you only have yourself to look at in the mirror. So thank you again, Mel, for that. Let's give it up for Melody. Give it up for Melody. So yes, are you are welcome? Of course, yes. As soon as Mel said, Ray, are you coming? I said, I am. I am. Because, like I said, it's the love of what people have for you and how they show it. So I said, if they show it, then they love you. If they don't show it, then don't worry about it. That's their problem, not yours. So thank you again for being here. So we're going to go ahead and take a 15-minute break. There's restroom on the back, make a right, restroom down there. If you need to make a phone call, go ahead. We're going to come back in 15 minutes and we're going to do a second round, and then it's a beautiful day, folks, so we're going to enjoy this beautiful day. So y'all go ahead and take a break. So once again, folks, I did not do no research on the community events. Please excuse me, but there are so many events that is going on, so y'all keep up with the community events and what is going on this summer. Of course, everybody had every kid who just finished high school had just graduated. Hopefully their graduation is done this month, but let's just hope that now there's going to be more young youth out here who want to do more with the community. And it's funny how we're starting to have another youth art center down the street next to the exchange. So y'all check it out. I don't think they open yet. Did they open yet? Not. Oh, okay. Well, we ain't gonna worry. Well, they open. Yes. Well, they open. so let's go ahead and praise them and hope that everything with them will be good. There's gonna be a new coffee shop going on. So coffee shop is gonna open. It's gonna be called a Temple. And this past art walk, I had the opportunity to speak with the owners, and I would see them in the art walk all the time walking down the street, and I always thought, hey, Black love is beautiful. I love to see love, whatever love it is, but it feels so it's like it's a different feel of motivation when you see other people of the same skin tone really loving each other, regardless if it's different skin. I don't care. Love is love to me. But I love to see love in general, and to see this couple not only loving themselves but also loving each other and also building a business together. It's gonna be right up here on the corner. Like as soon as you make this left, it's gonna be next to the fabric store. Literally next to the fabric store. So it's gonna be right there. So I can't wait for that. But I did spoke with them. I did gonna the next time I see them doing an art walk, I'll try to point them out to you as well too. So you already know. So it's called Temple, Tempo. Yep. So that's going on, and we do have a plant and sip place that also had just opened up around the corner, back here behind us. Really behind us if you want to be for real. Yep. So it's right here behind us. So I haven't yet explored that business, but I am going to explore this week, and so we could have more people to come in and want to see what's up. The owner was at the art walk as well too. So, and I did have the opportunity to not only talk to her, but also get some pictures of her. So I'll send you her page as well too after this. So keep up with what's going on in the community. You already know I'll keep y'all informed. If I know anything, y'all know I'll keep y'all informed as well too. So let's keep on encouraging the community, keep on encouraging business owners to come out and to really be involved with the community, because this is a good sanctuary of art, a good sanctuary of business, a good sanctuary of people who are building, who are forming. And it's like, let's keep on open them up to the community. Let's keep on try to get them to join in the community. So, so without further ado, let me go ahead and start off with our second round. So once again, I mentioned that June is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so I would like to go ahead and recite the poem for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Men, stand tall, answer the call, don't wait to fall, take care of it all. Mind and muscle, heart and hustle, life's a struggle, but don't let it muffle. Check your health, protect your wealth, your strength itself starts with yourself. Drink that water, go a little farther, work a little smarter, not harder. Get that rest, be your best, put your stress through the test. Strong ain't hiding, strong ain't sliding, strong is decided to keep on rising. A checkup today can clear the way, a better tomorrow starts right away. No shame, no blame, health is part of the game. So live with pride, walk with stride, keep your purpose by your side. Men, stand tall, answer the call. Take care now and conquer it all. Home. Thank you. So, next one I have is something that I recently just wrote, and I had looked at it and I was like, okay, I haven't recited this yet. I don't even think I had even recorded it. So the title of this next piece, the last piece I'm gonna be reciting today, is called Rise of the Soul. I've been through nights that felt too cold, heart full heavy, spirit old. Mind moved fast, mouth moved slow. Pain sat deep where light won't go. People talk but never knew every war I battled through. Fake smiles hiding all the strain, walking circles through the rain. I felt trapped inside my head, fighting thoughts I never said. Fear would sit beside my bed, filling me with living dread. But one day, something changed in me. Soul woke up and said, be free. Not tomorrow, not someday, right here, right now. No running away. I stopped begging for a sign, started building from inside, started breathing different air, stopped living inside despair. Now, I walk with stronger pace. Pain no longer owns my space. Scars still there, but so is pride. I survived what tried to hide me alive. Every loss became my fuel. Every wound became a tool. Every dark and broken road built the strength I carry now. See, pressure makes a diamond shine. Hard times shape a stronger mind. Fire burns, but fire reveals who is fake and who is real. I don't fear the storm no more. I became what storms are for. Thunder living in my chest, heavy heart that still says yes. Yes to growth. Yes to pain. Yes to standing in the rain. Yes to fighting through the doubt, even when the lights goes out. I trained my mind to stay awake. Every move became deliberate. No more wasting souls on lies. No more shrinking down in size. People sleep their whole life through, lost inside what others do. But I had to break the chain. I had to heal my inner pain. Now my spirit talks back loud, head up high above the crowd. Not because I think I'm great, but finally changed my fate. I learned peace ain't being weak. Strength ain't always yelling speech. Sometimes power looks like grace, tears still falling down your face. Sometimes courage sounds real slow, like one more step when knees feel broke. Like saying I won't quit the day, even when your hope fades away. I know darkness, I know grief, I know nights with no relief. But I also know this truth. Pain can wake the warrior in you. So I move with purpose now, spirit sharp and mind profound. I don't chase what drains my soul. I protect my inner glow. Every breath becomes a prayer. Every step says I still care. Not just living day by day, I'm becoming more each day. And if life tries pulling me low, I look pain dead in the soul. Tell it, you can't test my frame, but you will never break my name. Cause I fought battle silently, still found light inside of me, still found faith when hope looked in, still found strength to rise again. So hear me clear, I'm standing tall. I survived the hardest fall. Now my soul too lit to dim, too alive to lose again. I am fire. I am fight. I am dark turned into light. I am every scar I earned, every lesson pain confirmed. Now, I swear to my last breath, I will never fear my death. I was built from pain and grace. Now I rise and take my place. Poet. Poet. Yes. So let's go ahead and keep this ball rolling. Next up, poet, ex-collaborator. And on deck will be Mel. And then after Mel, it will be TJ. After TJ, it will be Jerry. And Jerry gonna close us out with some beautiful music. So let's go ahead and welcome again on the mic, Excalibur. Yes. Thank you again. Thank you again for doing this. Yes.
I was thinking what I wanted to perform. I think I'm decided. I have this poem. And I wrote it a couple years ago, and it was actually for a Kwanzaa celebration that we did in Sassoon. And it just feels right. It feels right. It's very centered on the togetherness of just being in your community, what that means and how that looks just from a young age, just until you grow up into adulthood and the cycle continues with the next generation. So I was just looking through my vault, my internal vault, and I was like, you know what, that'd be a nice one to share. So this is The Fruits of Our Labor. The fruits of our labor taste divine. And if you think about it, we always did have green thumbs. As our eyes do laps through the crowd, our moms and pops and uncles and aunts spot the seeds that they planted, the soil they tended, and the stems they mended, the fruits of their labor. As a rosebud, I couldn't see it. I was too busy stomping through the mud, but this holiday is our harvest for the crops we've sown. Like that report card you buried away, awaiting winter days and brief family stays to wave and say, look at my grades, they're nothing but A's. Hoping for love and the warmest embrace, the fruits of our labor. Nowadays, we refrain. Eyes on screens, time on screens, lives on screens. It's enough to make you scream. This invisible pressure, we stretch and compress, then unwind and regress. We brush snow from the branches of our family tree, just hoping to be seen for all we can be. But we've already weathered the storm. And that's the fruits of our labor. Because that tree isn't defined by the gifts we put under it, or the lights strung across, but the life that it's brought. Our fruit don't turn blessings after we put them in a cake. They're already so. The fruits of our labor have no recipe. The fruits of our labor have no expiration. The fruits of our labor have no delivery date, fees, dues, preferable altitudes. The fruits of our labor burst forth, defying gravity, pushing forever upwards with roots so interconnected you could draft a ladder from the vines and just climb and climb and climb. The fruits of our labor have colorful personalities and skin like yours and mine. The fruits of our labor are how we stuck together in most divisive of times and built a pride that never declines. The fruits of our labor. The fruits of our labor taste divine. Poem. Man, that's one of my favorite ones. I don't pull it out too often, but whenever the time is right, that's a piece I love to share. Let me see, what else do I have? You know what? I have this poem. Here it is. And it's an interesting story because it's written after an actual experience I had. And it's It's called I Met the Devil in a Coffee Shop. So it was one of them experiences, and I think immediately after it happened, I was like, that was weird. I'm gonna go write about it.
Come on, man.
So let's get into this one. I came face to face with the devil in a coffee shop. He guided the way, offered to pay. The journey was cool until his cup bubbled over. What I'm trying to say is he kept a smile on his face, a pale reflection of my own. The only thing is his gray matter had intentions darker than his beverage, darker than his leverage. A light rain on the window as he paraded out his message. Listen, me and you were one and the same. Students of the craft, artists of a different name. I remember the days when souls cared about this thing we call poetry. Now they call it quits. I just want to get back to the pen. He sits back, takes a sip. The steam forms a mist, and that mist forms a wall. I couldn't see where he was coming from, not a little, not at all. Being a poet is lonely, oh, as lonely as can be. I'd write 10 soliloquies just to remind myself to breathe. So having a friend couldn't be so bad, right? He rubs his snowy stubble, leans in, sat upright. Listen, me and you were one and the same. Students of the craft, artists of a different name. I remember the days when souls cared about this thing we call poetry. Now it's all vain. Writings of people's pain, pangs, fangs, things that cause an uproar. Some sores need a civilized approach. Don't you think? Don't you think? What do you mean? All those messages and messy bits have no place in this thing. They go insane for those things. But I know you want to talk about the soul, Dave. The trees, bees, and windy cold days. Listen, me and you were one and the same. Artists of the craft, students of a different name. I remember the days when souls cared about this thing we call poetry. But now it's all vain. Writings of people's pain, pangs, fangs, things that ruin my day. And in that moment, I knew we had nothing left to say. I emptied my cup and I went on my way. But even as the steam dissipates, his words felt hellish all the same. It lingered for some days, some weeks, and some ways. I felt weak for letting it remain, though still I remain. Writing of people's pain, pangs, fangs, things that ruined my day. But why would I want it any other way? Home.
Yes. Give it up for Excalibur one more time. Yes, thank you again so much for doing that. Once again, y'all, look him up. He's on TikTok, he's on Instagram, he's on YouTube. I follow all three platforms, so I know. I know. So let's give it up. And so let's go ahead and Mel, you are up on. After Mel, TJ is on deck. All right.
Okay, thank you. Okay. This came from a prompt. We're supposed to look in a dictionary, take a word, and take the definition. So this one is called green. Green, adjective, 1, of the color of growing foliage, between yellow and blue in the spectrum. 2, covered with herbage or foliage, verdant, green fields. 3, made of green vegetables, a green salad. 4, full of life and vigor, young. 5, unseasoned, not dried or curd, green, lumber. 20, to make or become green, greenly, adverb. It's all from the Random House College Dictionary. The greenest green I've ever seen is the wild Greek oregano, growing on the side of our hill under the fig tree. No matter what we do, the greenest green, yes, the greenest I've ever seen, the wild Greek oregano grows more and more on the side of our hill under the fig tree. Lest we forget and we cut back the wild Greek oregano, yes, you know, and we accidentally cut back too much of the wild Greek oregano, we may miss it. On a stew night or on a spaghetti night, we grab up handfuls of the wild Greek oregano, which adds a fresh, through-the-roof taste to whatever we are cooking. Have we chopped back that wild Greek oregano? Yes, we know you know. We'd not have the handfuls of herbs full of life and vigor to add to our pot of stew or spaghetti on the special night when our daughter is visiting. Our daughter, 22, with the broken nose and bulbous cheek. Our daughter, green, not mean, greenly. A fight over something that happened 7 years ago, she says. And then I ask, what is his name anyway? For all these years I never knew, nor did I ask. Emmanuel, she replies. P is short for his middle name, she says, pointing to a P tattoo she has on her neck. I only know the bad things, I say apologetically. I, the mother, like no other. Green, growing foliage, wild Greek oregano between yellow and blue in the spectrum. Wild Greek oregano, I know you know. 49, no longer a boy, wild Greek oregano. You know I know, let that boy, man-child go. In the simplest of definition, a man-child is an immature guy who just refuses to grow up. Green 4, full of life and vigor, young 5, unseasoned. Green lumber 20 to make her become green, greenly adverb. Greenest green I've ever seen is the wild Greek oregano growing on the side of our hill.
Thank you, Mel. Yes, thank you, Mel, so much for that. See, now, I told y'all Mel's a storyteller, so I love it when she comes on the mic so much. Thank you again, Mel. Alrighty, so let's get ready and get to our last two guests. Next one up is the photographer of the beautiful art community, and he is so much more than that. So, let's give a TJ welcome, bro. Let's give TJ welcome.
True director, right? Sorry about that. I'm not a poet, but as a filmmaker, I'm a storyteller, number one. We tell stories with pictures of things that are there and things that are not there. We tell stories with our art, when we paint, when we draw. We tell stories of trauma, we tell stories of joy, we tell stories of how we grew up, pain we faced, and how we became resilient through that. So this story, I'm going to name it right here and now. Kind of just think about it over there. I'm going to call it Happy Father's Day, Mother, and the Oscar Mayer Wiener. So if it's recorded, I know my mother will probably see it. I'm okay with that. So I'll tell you a bit about where I came from. I was born in Napa Valley at the Queen of the Valley Hospital. My mother didn't know it yet, but she'd be a single mother raising me pretty soon. And then my first birthday happened in San Francisco. My father didn't show up. He was high. That wasn't the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end was probably when my grandparents forced them to get married because they're Catholic, right? So it basically goes like this. I was born. My mother loved me for more than one reason. One of them is the hormones change when you have a baby. And everyone experiences this when they have a baby. And I cured her body of an allergy to chocolate. So right away, there was a little improvement in her life. the one benefit she could really get out of it. And she liked that. When my father didn't show up because he was out getting high, he wasn't a good man. He was suffering in many ways I don't understand. In some ways I do. She basically said at that point, got the diaper bag together, and we went couch surfing around San Francisco, which in my family is not a big deal. It's like hundreds of people that I'm related to. So I ended up at my great-grandmother's house, right? As I grew, she struggled to keep me fed and housed and all the stuff that the women who sacrifice for their boys do. There are really remarkable things that women can do. They heal faster than men. They love stronger than men. They're attached to men they give birth to before they're men. And they're always hoping to become good men, right? So I didn't have a father around typically to raise me like a man. Like, I had an angry, drunken grandfather with machismo, Mexican guy. I was a punk kid, just a weird kid, eyeliner, mohawk, into like different stuff, didn't like Reagan, started becoming politically aware as a teenager. No one in the family understood me. They sent the Catholic priest after me to see what was wrong with me. And I ended up knowing more about the Bible than him, and he told my grandma, leave the kid alone, he's okay. So at one point when I was little though, going back a little, one of my mom's boyfriends realized, this kid sits and tucks. He should stand and pee like a fella, right? So what do you do when you don't have a penis of your own? When you're raising a little boy, how do you negotiate terms? You were never a little boy. So what do? She goes and she has these pants. She worked at Safeway. She had a degree from UC Berkeley and SF State. She could have worked other places, but I was an asthmatic kid, so she did a job where she could get benefits, right? She worked really, really hard. And she said, well, I'm going to grab this Oscar Mayer, we're going to unzip the pants, point it to the toilet, and pee, act like I'm peeing, and then say, then you can wipe it off and put it back in, right? So the things I learned from my mother was about commitment to family, a love of family, how you raise a child with a lot of listening, play, all the stuff that, being poor, I didn't notice we were poor until a certain age. I go, we're not really made of money. So you can tell in Napa Valley, but I just never knew. I was always at concerts as a kid. I always got to see art shows. She took me around intellectual people because they were all college students. So I had a great command of the language art. I was like a little midget lawyer, like my own daughter is. And the point of the story is that my mother, through the inventiveness and creativity she had, she was a florist, so she had an eye. She could encourage that in me, which she did. When I was, really sickly, she'd make sure I had paper. I'd always draw. And became a public book illustrator at some point, at age 19, really, So it's all because of her encouragement and love. She taught me how to love, taught me how to be a man better than any man could have in my time period in the 70s. Because most men were caught up in all kinds of damage. At the time the Vietnam War had gone through, I've never met a guy who's been to that kind of campaign who didn't come back really broken. And that's because boys are not meant to go kill other boys anywhere, no matter who they are. So she taught me about peace and commitment to community. I was delivering food as a child to shut-ins. She taught me about suffering with dignity and sometimes no dignity, just how it is. But in essence, what I'm telling you is my mother taught me how to be a better father than any man could. And I'm so proud to have been her son. And so my mother would say, Happy Father's Day. I gave her Father's Day cards until I was too busy being a father myself. But I always wish her on Father's Day, Happy Father's Day. Because she's really my father and my mother. And the best example of a human being that I could ever be blessed with. So to my mother, Happy Father's Day. Still the best father I ever met.
All right, TJ. Okay. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for that, Jerry. That was, see, even the artist, the musical artist said he enjoyed it. So that was definitely something that I enjoy. Keep up with it. You are always welcome to come here with music. We love it either way it goes. It's art with us. Art is art with us. And that's how we are. And that's how we are. So let's go ahead and conclude this beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Oh my gosh. It went over, but it went good. It went overtime in a good way. So today, we share breath. We share truth. We share pieces of ourselves. Some poems were soft, some were fire, some were healing. But every voice mattered. The mic is more than metal and wires. It's courage, it's community, it's connection. So as you leave here today, remember, your voice is needed. Your story is important. And whenever you feel unheard, you don't need permission. You just need a mic. So good rest of your day. Drive safe, keep parading, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.